national championship game. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. Fielded up near the 25. It's a foot race. Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown. That is an unforgettable moment for that kick return. A touchdown in a playoff game.
Great blocking to set this return up, and of course you can see his natural instincts as a runner. Once he got through that initial surge from the coverage unit, nobody's going to stop him from scoring.
Returner looking to make a play here. And the returner is brought down. And now from the pistol formation. Handoff to the back. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just wanting to battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on the 3rd down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Oh, and it's almost intercepted on the first possession here. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Gets some space around the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Boy, with all this build-up and hype of this playoff game, this defense has got to do a better job at the line of scrimmage. That's another 1st down. They had their chance there on 3rd down, but they do not want this to become an ongoing trend against this offense. They're just too good.
Bringing pressure. A little bit too much air on that throw by the junior quarterback.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the 2nd half.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Checks this down to the running back.
You know, it's 3rd down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the 1st down.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Aggressive start. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. It's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big 4th down stop.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the 1st down.
1st down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Hand it off for a draw. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
How about the defense on this play right here? Chris, they go with a draw play to try to take an advantage of an aggressive defense that's pinning their ears to get upfield. But instead, it was almost like the defense was expecting the run. They're not surprised at all. They make a great play.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Humphries. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
As expected, this Alabama defense is laying the wood and living in the backfield of their opponent. Such upfield speed, it's dangerous.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. On the run here, lets it go. Over the middle and incomplete.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. He's got to do a better job of working through his progressions.
Makes a spectacular diving catch.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Seventh play of the drive coming up. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Tries to get it to the running back. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. They'll try to run it with the option. Running toward the end zone, but the defense forces a fumble. And the offense recovers the fumble.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
And I just love that this defense is not giving up on this first and goal. They attacked, they got through, they got penetration. Nice job of being able to keep them out of the end zone.
Looking to pass here on second down. Oh, and he can't hang on. Wow, would have been a touchdown. Got to shake that off now. It's third down coming up.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
Time for one more play here in the quarter. Looking to dial up the pressure. Let's see if they bring the house. Looking to throw on third and goal. He's got it near the end zone. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first period of play. So instead of a chip shot attempt for a 2-score lead, they keep the offense on the field to go for it on fourth down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And it's picked off in the end zone. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come.
Look out, he's got some space. The 50, the 40, inside the 20. No stopping him, takes it all the way. Touchdown, Bama.
Chris, you don't see this kind of play very often. That is coast to coast. This guy, with the speed that he has, when you get him into the open field, we know how dangerous he is, but it started at the line of scrimmage. Great blocks up front, initially to free him up, and then the rest is all about that speed.
Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll run it to the left. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Going for a big play downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Receiver trying to make the yardage. Takes it on a jet sweep. They get him at the 42. Good enough for a first down.
Man, I love this call here by going with the jet sweep. Get the ball in the hands of an outstanding playmaker. He gets around the edge and gets into space with that kind of speed. He's dangerous.
Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll try the option play here. He's got enough for the first down and still going. QB breaking away. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. No chance to catch him.
Boy, this quarterback is hungry for the end zone. That was not a short run. Guy put his running shoes on and took it back to his Pop Warner days, showcasing that agility for the long touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Here comes a handoff. He's found some room at the 45. Explosive gain across midfield. They'll spot him about the 35.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. keeps the confidence of your offensive line up. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Important second down play coming up. Hand off to the single back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. And it's complete downfield. Tackle made after a big gain. So we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. First down and goal. Can the defense force a field goal and keep the lead at halftime? They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Trying to extend the play. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
Offense facing second and goal. Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And the point after is good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. The last possession was just old-school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal was obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Here's the second down play. And he lofts it toward the sideline. Oh, the pass is picked off. After a short return, he's tackled at the 18. What an enormous takeaway by this defense.
Chris, if you're going to make that throw, that's called a 2-ball. That means it's got to be on a line. Here he puts it way up in the air and allows the defender to come over and make the play on the ball. Great job by the defense.
A little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. It's an option look. Pitch play to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Receiver makes the grab, and a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. From the shotgun, drops back. Looking to scramble. Gets rid of it on the move. And it's incomplete, just out of reach. A little too much on that throw. Getting set. Here's second down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Running out of time in the pocket. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch downfield. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Dogs come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. And looking to throw now on first down. Looks like he's going to run it. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia. After the big gain, the offense obviously declines the penalty. So they'll try to add to the lead now to the PAT. He knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bishop. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. Coverage there. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Receiver in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Time ticking away. Time for just 1 more play before halftime. They call the draw play here. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Alabama, 14.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
13, set to kick off.
Bringing it out, it's Bishop. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Went backwards on first down, so it's 2nd and long here from the 10. They'll run it from the gun. An exciting spin move, but doesn't produce much of a gain.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Single back, takes the handoff. Fights off a defender. They get him down, but a solid run by their freshman.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a 3rd down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a 1st down, and they get it.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
They're going to run it. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 36.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
3rd down coming up after that running play. Movement at the 2nd level of the defense now. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, tied. Just ran away from the defense. Empty backfield now as they go for 2. And the quarterback dropping back. He makes the catch, a successful 2-point conversion. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the 1st down marker.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
He'll hand it off. He picks up the 1st down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing that he's potentially capable of doing it.
The Bulldogs looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Gives it to the back. Tackle, but 1st down.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the 1st down.
This offense is rolling at the moment. It's 1st down and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. It's going to be incomplete. Tried to make something happen on the run, but nobody open.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently of protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
The Dogs looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Dogs! And they will claim the second half lead.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Defense not fooled at all there. Nice job of stepping up and stopping that 2-point conversion.
Now they get set to kick it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Back onto the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. Can the defense make adjustments? Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Looks like a man is down in the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Second down play coming up. The defense with more pre-snap movement. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And the single back takes the handoff. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
The short completion of the tight end. After second effort, he's brought down, but it's past the marker.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw, and that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years, guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray, and more recently Jake Fromm, and of course Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. Using his legs on the scramble. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Boy, this defense, everything you want from them they do here except contain the quarterback. Nobody's open downfield. They pressure the quarterback. The only problem is they can't keep him short of the first down marker.
Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it in the third quarter of play.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Georgia 27, Alabama 22.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. He's escaping the pocket now. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, when everybody's covered, the tight end can be a quarterback's safety blanket, especially when you're looking towards the end zone. Great catch to get them in for the touchdown.
Extra point up and good, so the lead is 12 here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bishop. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. It's a sack. They trap him inside the 5.
I personally love the aggressive approach here by this offensive coordinator. You got to take some chances. You got to create some matchups. But if you don't protect the quarterback, you have no chance.
And sack sets up second down. That player moved a little bit too early. It's a false start. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense getting set. Second down play here. From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. He's looking to scramble. Solid tackle, able to get him down.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. It's a quick grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, it's another positive play, but man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Going to try to use his legs here. Breaks loose at the 45. And a big gain down near the 29. They're threatening.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end. Alabama has now moved into the red zone. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking to throw it from the red zone. The pass rush closing in. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Pass caught. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama.
Makes the catch and takes it in for a score.
And they'll set up for the PAT.
Kicker on for the extra point.
PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer.
That makes the score Georgia 34, Alabama 29.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? Tackle made, but the game moves the ball to the 30.
Boy, this guy just keeps playing good football. He's like a bowling ball out there. Gets low pad support, running over top of defenders. Just a gritty runner, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead here in the fourth quarter.
And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Picked off, a crucial turnover. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway at the 26-yard line is huge.
Boy, I got to question the play call right here. Give the defense credit. They get the interception. They put themselves in a spot to maybe tie this game. But what was the offensive coordinator thinking with the lead, taking a chance, and it backfires?
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Crossing the 40. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Man, I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
That's an important first down on that running play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
So second down after the incompletion. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the offensive line is completely occupied with that defensive front. That freed up that linebacker to shoot right through that gap and blow up the ball carrier. What a play.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Bama. And they'll claim the fourth quarter lead. The Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
What have they got cooked up for this two-point conversion attempt? Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Oh, and the ball is not free. Who's got it? Looks like the defense has it.
Man, Chris, I just don't know. Here we are in the fourth quarter. You're down by one. The extra point ties the game. I guess they decided to try to take the lead by going for two, but they miss it, and now they're still down by one. I don't like the call.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. You just get the lead, you kick it out of bounds, and now the opposing offense is given a gift to first down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. They'll run the option. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. We reach the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? Now it's second down here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. The throw complete to the running back underneath. And he'll be brought down.
Wow, how about that, Chris? Nothing open downfield. He gets underneath to his running back, picks up some positive yards, but it's got to remember, they got to go quick.
On third and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks loose at the 40. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Finding space at the 20. Touchdown, Georgia. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
Well, what an unbelievable job by this offense, Chris. They put themselves in a position to put a touchdown on the board. They take the lead. And now we'll see if their own defense can hold on to that lead in these last couple minutes of the game.
Pass caught in the end zone. A successful two-point conversion. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. On first and 10, looking to throw. Short connection to the tight end here. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, Chris, just like obvious in the fourth quarter. You're working this 2-minute drill. It's a one-possession game. Every single time you can get first downs and out of bounds. That's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Cristiano, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
After the 2nd down incompletion, they'll have to convert here on 3rd down and 8. The big fullback's got it here. Breaks 1 tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. Down by a touchdown late. This is a crucial 4th down play. They'll try and run it with the fullback. He's found some room at the 45. The game picks up the 1st down, tackled at the 37. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. And he'll set up to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
But I thought we'd see this tight end all game long within this game plan, but that's just his 2nd catch of the game. The defense has done a nice job of being able to recognize where he is and take him out of this plan.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds to stop the clock. That is perfect execution there.
This is why offenses drill down on the 2-minute drill year-round. You want to have quarterbacks and wide receivers completely dialed in on down and distance, and especially the clock. You got to get out of bounds when you can to preserve it, and do a really good job of that right here.
And the offense will spend a timeout to stop the clock. 21 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Oh, and he can't quite hold on. That would have sealed the victory. Does bring up 3rd down.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a 1st down.
He's moving out of the pocket. And it's caught. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And just like that, Chris, we got a touchdown here, and they're an extra point away from taking the lead. Unbelievable to watch this quarterback and this offense work.
And the coach says, forget OT. We're going for 2 to take the lead right here. They feed the fullback this time. And he's got it for the 2-pointer. What a gamble. What execution. They now lead by 1 here late in the game. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. That's a big mistake there. The offense now a chance to get the lead right back, starting with good field position. A bunch of DBs on the field now trying to defend against the deep pass. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock. Offense getting set here, needing some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock winding down. They look to throw it here on second down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Extending the play now. And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. Offense will need some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock, a huge factor here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Pressure is coming. And the pass is incomplete as time runs out. Game over. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champion.